Hey everybody, welcome back to my Unprocessed life. I'm headed home from work and I'm on call tonight, so I've got some work to be doing through the night, but it's all good. I'm covering for a friend of mine who's actually my carpool buddy. His daughter's graduating high school tonight, and so I'm covering his on-call shift. Let's see. So today's going pretty well. I didn't stray at all from my diet. I had pumpernickel sandwiches for lunch. They were veggie sandwiches, of course. They had a little bit of mustard, and they were mainly tomato, cucumber, onion, and some cucumbers that were in vinegar. They weren't really pickled per se, like they didn't go through the whole pickling process where they're heated up and had sugar added to them and all that. They did sit in some pickle juice for a few days, so you gave them a little bit of a pickle flavoring, but they weren't, officially pickled pickles. So I don't know if that's really any better or worse, all things considered. But I think pickles are a good way to flavor things up a lot of the time. They give you they give you some good crunch, and they give you some good flavor, especially if you're eating a lot of bland type of foods. And my diet would really be considered pretty bland because I like to leave a lot of salt off of things. I like to use spices, but I don't like to have any salt really, or very little salt. I'm not against sodium, I'm not against salt in natural occurrences. I just don't like adding salt that I don't know really what's happened to it from the time it was mined until the time it got to my plate. So I still use it from time to time, but I try to minimize it as best possible. And then tonight, I'm not really sure what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. Originally, we were going to have some red lentil chili for dinner. However, I'm not really sure. I talked with Stark Raving Raw today quite a bit about my frustration. I'm not against. I'm not trying to stop this methodology that I've been going after this week. It's just a little disheartening when you're like, you read all the reviews to it, and everything in all the books are like, oh man, you get on doing this and the weight just falls off. And I was talking with Stark Raving Raw about that today, and she was like, well, it seems to happen more for the people eating the standard American diet than people who have been eating, vegan for a while. And I just thought to myself, well, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem, like that's the way it should be. I mean, if the philosophy works, it should work with some tweaks maybe, but it should work for, pretty much anybody. That's the idea behind the philosophy. And if that's not the case, then the philosophy is not correct, in my opinion. We talked quite a bit about that, and I'm going to keep doing this Dr. Neil Barnhart's program, his reversing diabetes program. We're going to keep doing it for a couple weeks here and kind of see. But I've already gained like 6 pounds this week, and we're on day 4. So that's not boding well for it. Now, maybe I'm overeating, but part of the whole idea behind this was, not to have to count calories and stuff. And so, we'll just have to see how it pans out. We have something in the works. We've discussed something that we think might be a really great way to figure out how to get to where you want to be, but I'm not going to do that until I've given this one a legitimate shot, which I feel like in 2 weeks everything should normalize out enough so I could see whether I'm actually gaining or losing. If we're at 2 weeks of doing this and I'm back over 300 pounds, which I was down to 289, or 287, so if I'm back up over 300 here by the end of the 2-week period, then I'm just gonna have to let this one go and try something different. So anyway, that's the thought process. And when we have a pretty good idea, I think Start Craving Ron, I put our heads together a little bit more today and started talking about some other possibilities, and based on some of our experiences. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag. Excuse me. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag this quickly because I'm not, we're not ready to. It's just been a thought process. It's not a fully feathered bird. But on the upside, I felt really good on this diet, on this lifestyle program, this plant-based, reversing diabetes thing from Dr. Bernard. It is, or Barnard. It's been really satisfying. Like I'm not hungry at all, and I feel good about getting to eat sandwiches and food, things that I love. So I'm feeling really good about it. Just a little concerned about the weight loss. So if I figure that piece of it out, I'm going to be thrilled with it. There's no two ways about it. But anyway, so that's what's hanging on. That's what's happening. I don't think I have anywhere I have to go tonight, so I'm going to head home and get ready for my activities tonight. And then I'll talk with you guys in the morning. If you want to see the pictures of the things I eat in a day, go over to my Instagram account. Unprocessed.life is where you'll find my Instagram feed. If you leave me some comments down below, I'll be happy to respond. If you like the video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me some Google love. If you love the video, go ahead and share it. If you want to know when new videos are coming out, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to talk to me directly, if you want to email me, you can do that too. myunprocessedlife@gmail.com. Additionally, I want to say thank you once again for spending some time with me today, for hanging out and letting me talk to you. It means so much to me, and I appreciate your time. You're important to me, and I love you for hanging out and watching me, so and talking with me and communicating with me and all the good stuff that y'all do. So once again, thank you so much. You all guys have a great day. I will talk to you first thing in the morning. I've got an early therapy session, physical therapy session for my knee, so I'll be up early tomorrow morning for sure, no matter how late tonight goes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, for hanging out, and for being a part of my life. I will talk to you real soon on My Unprocessed Life.